The story opens with a girl being harassed by a group of men. That's when we meet Yuuya, a boy who tries to speak up against one of them. Unfortunately, the men mock him, calling him fat and ugly, before ganging up on him and beating him. Eventually, the police arrive, and the men scatter. The girl thanks Yuuya for his help, but he brushes it off, saying he's fine, and quietly walks away. We learn that Yuuya's grandfather raised him with the teaching that he should always be kind and help those in need. When Yuuya arrives home, however, his house is vandalized with graffiti filled with cruel insults. It's revealed that he has been bullied his entire life, not just by his classmates, but even by his own parents. Because his siblings were considered beautiful while he was seen as ugly, things only worsened once he reached middle school, where the bullying became violent. His only source of comfort was his grandfather, who constantly reminded him that kindness would ultimately bring him happiness. Sadly, his grandfather passed away, but left Yuuya his house and savings. Yuuya's parents tried to fight for the inheritance, but in the end, Yuuya kept everything, though his family abandoned him completely afterward. Now living alone, he has to work part-time jobs just to get by. When Yuuya graduates from middle school, his yearbook is filled with nothing but cruel comments about him. On his way out, his bullies corner him and remind him that even after graduation, he is still their errand boy. Yuuya says he needs to get to work, but they beat him again, while his siblings watch coldly from a distance. When he finally arrives at his job, his boss scolds him for being late once again and fires him. That evening, Yuuya eats a depressing meal alone. Staring at his reflection, he becomes overwhelmed with despair, smashes the mirror, and shouts that nothing in his life will ever change even after graduation. In his frustration, he punches a wall, but to his surprise, the wall opens up to reveal a hidden room. Inside are mysterious items that Yuuya assumes must be souvenirs from his grandfather's travels. Among them, he discovers a strange door. When he opens it, he finds himself in a mysterious room, and a sudden notification appears in front of him. Yuuya learns that this door is connected to another world and comes with a system filled with functions, such as item storage and permissions to control who can use the door. Though confused, Yuuya compares it to a video game and decides to check his status. To his dismay, all of his stats are trash. He finds a letter on the table, which he initially can't read, is automatically translated for him through a language skill. The letter explains that the owner of the house was once a powerful sage nearing death, and he left everything including the house and its contents to whoever discovered it. Exploring the sage's belongings, Yuuya finds a vast collection of incredible weapons. To his astonishment, each one is a legendary, god-tier weapon of immense power. Testing them outside, he clumsily swings a sword but accidentally gains a basic sword skill, yet his stats stubbornly remain at level 1. Confused about how to increase them, he puts the weapons into storage when suddenly, a terrifying monster appears. The creature is revealed to be a level 300 bloody ogre, and Yuuya panics. Fortunately, the sage's house protects him with its magical barrier. The monster tries to break through by smashing the walls and even wielding a tree, but nothing works. Gathering his courage, Yuuya throws one of his new spears. It pierces straight through the ogre, killing it instantly in one blow. The spear returns to him automatically, and the monster vanishes. Yuuya is stunned as his level skyrockets to 100. After distributing his newly earned points, Yuuya decides to stop for the day. When he leaves, another system notification offers to cash out the items he collected into actual money. He accepts. That night, Yuuya undergoes a startling physical transformation. By the time he wakes, his body has completely changed, slimmer, stronger, and far more handsome. His old clothes don't fit anymore, but luckily, he finds magical outfits in the sage's house that automatically adjust to his size and grant various buffs. While exploring the garden, Yuuya is attacked by a level 200 slime monster. Unlike before, he calmly wields his spear and defeats it with ease. The slime drops items, including coffee slime and a rare necklace that restores magical energy. He levels up again, unlocking presence detection. With his new wealth from cashing out items, Yuuya orders a new school uniform. From then on, Yuuya spends every day training and learning in the other world. When another elite goblin attacks his house, Yuuya skillfully defeats it, showing just how much he has changed. Time passes, and high school finally begins. On the first day, Everyone is captivated by Yuuya's stunning new appearance, even his siblings are shocked. When approached by his old bullies, they fail to recognize him and assume he's a transfer student, but when he reveals he's Yuuya, they're left speechless. Later, in the restroom, Yuuya himself is stunned to see his reflection for the first time since his transformation. After class, his brother and sister confront him. Suspicious about his sudden change, they insult him as usual. But before the situation escalates, a limousine pulls up. The girl he once saved steps out. Her name is Kaori. She thanks him again for rescuing her and explains she looked into who he was. She then surprises Yuuya by inviting him to join Isekai Academy, an elite school. But that's all for today. If you want more, comment down below.